Hello guys, welcome back to Life with Paulie. So I decided to make this video today. I just came back from Price Chopper again, Market 32, and I bought some things, and I bought a little bit of healthier things today, but I wanted to show this and explain why I'm making this video. I'm making this video now. I do agree with the food stamp cuts. If you don't know, food stamp are cutting people that are not working at least 20 hours a week. And they're cutting people, basically that just want to sit at home and do nothing. And I totally agree with that. They should be working at least 20 hours a week. Now, they're not supposed to be cutting the people on disability or SSI. It's just for the people that want to sit at home and do absolutely nothing and live off the system, and I do agree with that. I also agree with the cuts, them cutting out soda, them cutting out snacks. A lot of the states now, you cannot buy soda, you cannot buy snacks. I do agree with that because there are some people out there that don't use their food stamps for the right reason, or they use it on snacks and junk food, and then they run out of food stamps. So I do agree with that. But most people that get food stamps do not get enough anyways to feed their family. If you are not working, like say you're not working right now or lost your job and you had to get on food stamps right away, and you're a single person I know here in New York, you only get $215 a month. So if you divide that by 30 days in the month, you're getting about $2 and something cents for breakfast, $2 and something cents for lunch, and you're getting $2 and something cents for dinner, which means you have to shop in that price range if the food stamps is the only thing you got to shop with. And I agree with cutting out the snacks and soda and things like that, but we all know the chief and who's in charge now, he wants people to eat healthier. He's claiming people on food stamps should eat healthier. Well, if you're on food stamps and you can't afford food right now, I could tell you right now it's impossible to eat healthier. I'm sorry. On food stamps, it's impossible to eat healthier all the time because it's very expensive. Healthy foods are not cheap. Now, what I got in front of me right now is just a basic ketchup from Price Chopper. I have 2, 4, 6 cans of fruit. I have sherbet. I usually don't buy this, but sherbet is a little bit healthier than ice cream. And I just wanted something different for a little snack. Now, this was $5.99, which ain't too bad because it's a big container. But all this together was $30. And this is the cheapest butter that I buy. It's like margarine. It's like vegetable oil. And this is the cheapest one I buy. And I buy the cheapest because I can't afford the more expensive. But just this right here was $30, okay? This is one of the things that somebody had told me about to get to eat healthier, okay? Now, I don't know exactly how healthy these are, but they are gluten-free. There is no artificial flavors. There's 10 grams, whole grams per serving. And these are supposed to be healthier for you. These are Quaker Rice Crisp. They're almost like rice cakes, but they're Rice Crisp. Now, this is a tiny bag, guys. Look at this bag. Look at how small this bag is. And it is only 3.52 ounces. Now, I bought these a couple times. They were $2 and something cents a bag. Somebody had told them about me, actually. My brother's roommate across the street told me about these. They were $2 and something cents a bag, and since everybody was buying these at Price Chopper, they raised the price to $4 a bag, and it's only 3.52 ounces. It's a tiny, tiny bag, and of course, it's only half full, okay? Now, tell me how people on food stamps can eat healthy like this if they're getting food stamps. They can't. That'd be impossible. Say a mother had four kids, buy each one of her kids a bag of these. That's $20 to eat healthy. Everything that is healthy is more expensive. Granola bars that are fat-free, more expensive. You're talking almost $7 a box. Fruit is not too bad, but fruit has went up. These are $1. I think these little ones are $1.80 a can. These ones are $2 something a can. These are pineapple tidbits. These are $2 something a can for these. And you get 1 pound 4 ounces, so that's pretty good. But these little ones, the fruit cocktail, you get 15.25 ounces. Those are $1.80 a can. You know, the ketchup, that was $2 something, I think. The butter was $4. This, like I said, $4 for a healthy treat. They want people to eat healthy on food stamps. I can tell you right now, you cannot eat healthy on food stamps. You have to shop cheaply on food stamps. You have to get what you can get. You know, sometimes I'll make a video and I'll show things that I eat and they say, well, that's not healthy. You shouldn't be eating processed foods. But you need to buy that stuff on food stamps. Let me show you something here. Like, for instance, these ballpark hamburger rolls that I bought. Now, these were 2 for $4. Of course, $2 a package. This is what people can afford on food stamps. Yeah. These rolls and a lot of other rolls got a lot of carbs in them. They got a lot of fat in them. But this is what people can afford. They cannot afford gluten-free bread, fat-free bread, okay, or whatever the case may be if they make that, because it's way more expensive to buy. So they have to resort to processed foods, okay? This stuff here, these here I buy. These are the better cheddars, cheddar sausage. These are only $5.99 for a pack. Now, yes, I know I can get regular hot dogs, but I usually don't. I usually buy these. These are $5.99 a pack. But let me just say, regular hot dogs is what most people have to buy on food stamps. Regular hot dogs that cost 99 cents, that are fattening, that are processed, that are no good for your health. This is what people have to buy. It's not only the junk food like the cookies and the soda that's bad for your health. It's processed foods like these. But this is what people can afford, and the only thing they can afford, especially if you're just on food stamps, okay? This is another thing that I buy. Now, I haven't really ate many of these. Sometimes I will chop these up and I will give them to Annabelle. Somebody on my channel made a comment before that these are actually processed foods and they're not good for you. Well, these alone are $7 a bag just for these. And these are processed, no good food for you. They're $7 a bag. If you're looking to get chicken that is, chicken that is organic or something like that, you're talking about $10 a bag or more. This is what people have to result in buying when they are on food stamps. They cannot afford to buy healthy food. And they won't. Even if they cut out soda and all that other stuff, they're not going to be able to afford to buy healthy food. This is another bag right here that I just bought. These are chicken breast patties, and I bought these for something to eat quick if I wanted to eat something. This is white meat chicken. This is with rib meat, okay? This is processed food. A lot of people will say this is no good for you. 0 gram trans fat, I don't know how good that is. 9 grams protein, I don't know, if it really is or if these are somewhat good for you. But I've gotten comments before that this stuff is no good for you because it's processed. This is what people can afford on food stamps. Now, I did not buy these with food stamps. I don't get them right now until I apply for them because I am on disability. and I will get about $215 a month on food stamps because I'm on disability, and the apartment I got is $900 a month. But I'm still going to have to buy the cheapest stuff that I can buy. These, I think, were 2 for $8 something, I believe. I'm not sure. I think these were 2 for $8 something. 2 bags for $8 something. I buy the stuff that I can afford. These I sometimes buy. These are ham, hardwood smoked ham. I got these on sale. They were $2 a piece for each ham steak. And I bought these because they were on sale. And the same way, like I said, with the chicken here, this was on sale. It was 2 for $8, I think, or 2 for $8 something. So I bought these. And it's processed food. There's nothing that I can do about it, okay? I do buy these because I like these sometimes for breakfast in the morning. These are actually bacon, egg, and cheeses. These are wraps. These are 8 individually wrapped egg witches. They got eggs in them and bacon and stuff like that. These alone are $13.99 for 8 of them. So these are kind of expensive. But that's what I'm saying. Food is going up all over. Everything's being raised and the prices are still going up. We all know that the chief of the world says that prices are stable. The world is better. Prices are going down. No, they're not. They're going up, and they just continue to go up. And people got to buy what they can afford, and that's just it. These right here are not that bad. These are PNC. These are Price Chopper buttermilk pancakes. You just put them in the microwave to warm them up. These are processed foods. But they're cheap. These were only 2 something for 12 pancakes. It was like 2 something a box or 3 something a box for this. Okay? People got to buy what they can afford. Now, like I said, I'm not mad about them saying or cutting states on soda and candy and things like that, because I think that is, I don't think that's good that people spend their money on soda and candy and things like that when they need to put food on the table for themselves or for their children. But in all reality, let's just put it this way. People on food stamps, this is a healthy thing right here. It's supposed to be anyway. Better than chips. They might still be processed, but these are supposed to be better than chips. They tell you to eat these instead of chips. My next door, my brother's roommate, actually his doctor told him about these and to get these. And like I said, this little tiny bag, $4 for this little tiny bag. People just can't afford that, okay? Especially if they have 4 kids. Like I said, if you bought one of each for your kids, that would be $20 on 4 little bags. They would sit down and watch a movie with this and eat it in one day. Then what are you supposed to do? Go in another couple days and get them another 4 bags? It's another $20. People just can't afford it. People can't afford to eat healthy. So I wanted to put this out there because a lot of people say, well, you're eating processed foods. You're eating foods that ain't no good for you. You're eating food. Well, what I got to say to people out there, and the people that comment that on videos, if you want to foot someone else's food bill and you want to pay them to eat healthy, then go for it. Pay them to eat healthy. Write a comment. Tell them that you want to send them $500 so they can eat healthy for a month, okay? Because just this right here, and this ain't even healthy, but it's the cheapest, $3.99, cheapest, okay? The biggest container, the cheapest container, $3.99 for this. Not healthy, but people that don't have the money have to buy this. The sherbet, $5.99, that's just a treat. I don't buy that all the time. The only reason why I bought this today for $3.99 was to show you that you cannot eat healthy if you're on a budget. This right here, all this right here is supposedly supposed to be healthy. It's fruit. It's still not that cheap, not as cheap as it was. So keep that in mind, guys. When you're looking at somebody's video and you're commenting, well, that's not healthy food, you shouldn't be feeding yourself that, you know, it's all processed foods. Well, people got to buy what they got to buy. When they go into a store, especially somebody with food stamps, they're looking for bread that costs $1 that is processed. High carbs, processed food. They're looking for bread that costs $1, not bread that costs $6 a loaf, okay, when they're on food stamps or when they're on a budget. Even if right now I don't get food stamps, I'm not getting help with food stamps. If I was, I would not eat healthy. I would not be able to eat healthy. If I wasn't going to get food stamps and I'm using my money now, I usually don't eat healthy. It's impossible to do that unless you have a high income to do that. So keep that in mind, guys. I just wanted to put this out there because I think it's funny why I keep on hearing the chief in command of the world saying, well, we want food stamp people to eat healthy. We want them to be healthy and eat healthier stuff. It's never going to happen. When you got to pay $4 for a bag of Little Crisp, when you got to pay $7 or $8 for healthy granola bars, it's not going to happen in the world today. So keep that in mind, guys. I love you all. Thank you for watching my videos. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the share button, and comment down below on what you think about this video.